What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Observant Lineman, and we have breaking news out of Foxborough, Massachusetts. As you can see, Antonio Clown, better known to some as Antonio Brown, has been cut and released by the New England Patriots. This is breaking news, ladies and gentlemen. It is happening in the real time. It says Antonio Brown's brief stint with the Patriots is over as the team released him Friday. New England Patriots are releasing Antonio Brown, the team said in a statement. We appreciate the hard work of many people over the past 11 days, but we feel that it's best to move in a different direction at this time. So, to all those Patriot fans who said, Bill can handle him, Tom Brady and Bill Belichick will be able to lasso and corral and tame the insatiable attention whore that is Antonio Clown. And it appears that this circus show just don't stop. This guy has made a complete fool of himself. As we found out earlier today, he sent intimidating and aggressive text messages to the second accuser, who is saying that he allegedly committed sexual misconduct by standing right behind her butt naked with a hand towel over his junk while she painted a mural at his home in Pittsburgh. Today, the Patriots came out and said enough is enough. Is anybody really surprised? No, we're not surprised. Maybe the Patriot fans are surprised. But we're not surprised. Because when you see what the man did over in Oakland, when you see what the man did over in Pittsburgh, and what he continues to do now in New England, or did in New England, is there any doubt that he is now the most unemployable player in the NFL? I mean, this guy has literally derailed his own career. And I will go as far as to say this. Personally, in my personal opinion, this guy is dealing with live and in real time CTE. For a man to completely disregard the advice of his counsel, for a man to reach out to a woman who is accusing him of committing a potentially illegal act, even with the statement that the Pennsylvania police said that there was a statute of limitations on them being able to investigate this situation as an illegal act. This guy has proven that it doesn't matter to him and he doesn't give a F what it is. He's just going to do the dumbest, the most outlandish, the most ignorant things you can think of in order to derail himself. Maybe this is a cry for help. Maybe this guy is really in a bad place. I mean, as hard as that is to believe, you're in New England. They gave you $9 million up front. I mean, could you be in any better a place? But I digress. Because honestly, we don't know what's going on in the man's life. So I'm not going to sit here and judge him for 1 second in that regard. But I will judge him based on what I know about his actions. They have been destructive to his career. They have all but completely demolished his reputation as a player. And at this point, his talent cannot overcome the baggage that he brings with him. And it's a shame. It is a damn shame. I don't think there's anything else that can be said about it. As a player, I've witnessed this kind of collapse before. Not as public, obviously, as this guy's collapse. Not as bizarre as this guy's collapse. But I will mention a player who I love and have a very tender place in my heart for in Justin Blackmon. a guy who was dealing with issues that plagued him off the field that ultimately detoured a level of talent that I've never seen in a receiver as young as him, to be as dominant as him. I'd never seen that before in any receiver I'd ever been around in the NFL. Des Bryant himself told me personally when I was in Dallas that people paid a lot of attention to him, but the real talent of that receiving core in Oklahoma State was Justin Blackmon. He said Justin Blackmon was twice the player he was. Those were words from Des Bryant's mouth. I believed him, and I pretty much agreed with it when he said it, because I've seen this guy play, and he was an amazing player. But his inability to control himself off the field, his inability to fight and find the help to fight those demons cost him his career. And maybe that's the same situation we're seeing here with Antonio Brown, but maybe in a different, more bizarre kind of way, right? This guy definitely has to be dealing with some kind of complex. Napoleon, little man, inferiority, who knows? But when the New England Patriots are like, we're good, 11 days into your stint, you know there's something deeper that's going on. Let's take a look. It says here, before the Patriots announced the move, Brown indicated his time in New England was over via multiple social media posts. And this is the thing about this guy. He just craves the attention. He wanted to get it out there himself on social media before anybody because he wants the spotlight on him. I mean, this guy is something else. Brown, at the center of a sexual assault and sexual misconduct allegations, was signed by the team September 9th, played in one game for New England with 4 catches, 56 yards and a touchdown last Sunday, and win against Miami. All that's mute. We don't care. Because at the end of the day, when you look at a situation like this, Pats receiver Brown dropped by Nike, sidesteps questions. When Nike drops you, Nike is the official outfitter of the NFL. Every player who is on a 53-man roster has, by default, the opportunity to sign a Nike contract for Nike apparel, to wear their shoes on the field, to wear their gloves on the field, to get access to these special accounts that they give players on the 53-man roster to order gear and order whatever different number of products you want from a special website just for players who have Nike contracts. When Nike cuts ties, Nike knows something about what's coming. And when the New England Patriots follow suit, maybe that means that there is a storm on the horizon for this man that is too much for either team nor brand to stand by for any reason whatsoever. But that is the breaking news. And very quickly, I'm just going to go through. This is what Nike had to say about Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown is not a Nike athlete. And that's a quote. A Nike spokesperson confirmed in a statement to AFP after the Boston Globe newspaper first reported the move. Nike has declined to elaborate on why the move was made or the timing of the decision to drop the NFL standout who was released by the Oakland Raiders on September 7th and quickly joined the reigning Super Bowl champions. 3 days later, Brown's former trainer, Brittany Taylor, filed a civil lawsuit in U.S. District Court in Miami, accusing Brown of 2 incidents of sexual assault in June 2017 and rape during a May 2018 incident in Brown's home. Okay, so with all that being said, Nike has stood by and seen this thing turn into an even more bizarre situation with a second accuser, and they decided to drop Brown as a contracted athlete. New England Patriots also have decided to release Antonio Brown. So here I'm going to go into a little speculation. So bear with me here. I am speculating because this is all allegations. These are all allegations against him. I am speculating that there will soon be a criminal investigation that takes place based on the situation that's being dealt with the Brittany Taylor accusations. Why do I speculate that? Because both these teams have dropped him. The NFL already interviewed her. The NFL has probably communicated, and they've interviewed Antonio Clown. The NFL has probably already communicated some information to the Patriots and to Nike about what is coming for Antonio Clown. And these, this team and that brand want to get the hell out of the way because they don't even want to see any of that backlash. So I'm willing to bet, well, I won't say I'm willing to bet, I'm willing to speculate that information that has not been released that she may have is now in the hand of the authorities. And the authorities are now looking at that information and processing. And in the coming days, maybe the coming weeks, we may hear about something being forwarded to district attorneys in Florida. And maybe there's an indictment that may be coming following that. That's my speculation. That's my tinfoil hat for the moment. But the breaking news here is Patriots cut ties with Antonio Brown. And for the Patriots, a.k.a. the evil empire, a.k.a. Deflategate, for them to say enough is enough, we can't even deal with this, and he hasn't even really, he didn't do anything like he did in Oakland, for New England to cut him and release him abruptly as they have, I feel like there's more that's about to break in the coming hours and days. Hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to The Observant Lineman. Join me on my Patreon page as well. And hit the notification bell so that you can get notified each time I drop a new video. This is your Observant Lineman, and I will catch you on the next video. Peace.